Chat, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How you guys doing? Welcome to the first ever Optimistic Human Game Awards. The first ever. Welcome. Welcome. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Hello, chat. My name is Optimistic Stark. Welcome to the stream. Chat, welcome to the first ever Optimistic Game Awards. The first ever, the better Game Awards, some might say. We have a lot of fun stuff lined up for you guys. A lot of awards to give out, some special presentations, some very sexy faces, and one little fun surprise that I have. Back shots at the OP Game Awards. Anyways, this is why we won't ever get sponsors on the fucking Game Awards, because of you guys. What the flip? Welcome. As you can see, Optimistic 2024 Game Awards on YouTube and Twitch. Let's look at the context of what we have today. We have an introduction in a little bit. We have a few sponsors for today's stream. We have some categories to show out, and obviously we're gonna give the awards as well. And then we have a special presentation lined up just for you. And then, of course, lastly, we have the Game of the Year, the Big Boy Award. Anyways, next up, we got the introduction. Before we get into the actual Big Boy Awards, we have to talk about some stuff, all right? Optimistic has gathered over 1,000 votes from the community on various different categories of Game Awards. These results do not reflect what OP would vote for. Did you hear that? Do not reflect what OP would vote for. These are voted by you guys, not me. You guys, the chat, voted for this, not me. Next up, we have a few sponsors for today's stream, chat. A few sponsors. Let's see who sponsored us today. First up, we have the Big Boy collaboration with the forehead oil. Y'all been asking for so long, chat. Hey, Optimistic, how do I get my forehead to look as good as yours? And I got you, fam. I got y'all. You need this bad boy forehead oil right here. Use this every day, and trust me, you can almost, not as good as mine, almost as good as mine. For legal purposes, this is not a forehead oil. This is, I think you use it on your forehead when you have a headache and it makes you feel better. Okay? For legal purposes. Don't sue me. I use the one Diddy recommends. Moving on. Our next sponsor, the Figments. You guys. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring me today. You guys are so cool. If you don't know, this is my community, the Figments. They sponsored me today. They wish me luck over the past few days. They're the ones that actually funded this massive presentation that we have today. So shout out to them. And our third and final sponsor of today. This is actually pretty big. GAYmer Subs. That is right. Your boy is now officially a partner of GAYmer Subs. If you don't know what GAYmer Subs is, what? What? Are you not on YouTube? This is the greatest GAYmer drink. Drink this, and you'll be just as handsome and as sexy as me, and you'll get all the men. I promise you. My favorite drink is Smitty's Juices. Oh my god, is this so freaking good. My second favorite is the GAYmer Fart. Who knew GAYmer Farts could be so freaking good? And my third favorite is Blowhole Blast. I love drinking the Blast so freaking much. This is not a bit or anything. We are actually now sponsored from now moving forward by GAYmer Subs. Shout out GAYmer Subs. My code will then turn into a 10% off on everything you buy. Anything and everything. And hey, listen, don't tell nobody. All right, don't tell. This is between me and you. There might be some new discounts coming on the way that you can use that code too to get an extra discount on top of. So again, if you want to be as handsome as me and as sexy as me, drink the Blowhole Blast, drink the GAYmer Fart, Smitty's Juices. Oh my god. Okay, next up we got the categories. Let's quickly go over the categories we got today. We have a lot to present, a lot. So I would like to show you guys what we have coming up. Of course, we have the big boy game of the year, which will be the final thing we give out. But we have best studio, best storytelling, best OST, best indie, best action, best fighting, best Xbox exclusive, best PlayStation exclusive, best Nintendo exclusive, best RPG, best multiplayer, best main character, best artistic decision, and most anticipated game. I think there's a few more that I added last minute, I think, but these are the majority of them. Speaking of the categories, it's time we present some awards. It's time we present some awards. Let's get into it. First up, we got the best storytelling game of the year. The top 3 that you guys have voted for out of the 5 that I provided you are Final Fantasy VII, Warhammer Space Marine 2, and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. And the winner is Final Fantasy VII. Good job, everybody, all around. Square Enix. I haven't personally played Final Fantasy VII, but I know how big it is, so deserved, well deserved, well deserved. Moving on, best artistic direction. The top 3 are Silent Hill 2, Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, and the winner is Black Myth Wukong. Crazy. I see where you guys are coming from with this. However, I would have to disagree. I would have personally voted for Warhammer. That's just me. Space Marine 2's art and world design was crazy. You know how much I love Black Myth Wukong, but I'd have to disagree. I am true to the source material that's provided to me, and the source says that you guys voted for this. Okay. Next up, we have best OST of the year. The top 3 are Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Black Myth Wukong, and Stellar Blade. The winner is Black Myth Wukong again. And again, I have to very much disagree with you. I feel like most people voted for this just because of that one song that's that opens up chapter 2 of the headless guy. And although a lot of like the music in this game is like amazing, but I highly encourage everybody to listen to Stellar Blade's OST because holy shit, where there's some bangers in that. I'm sorry, I have to disagree with you, chat. I think Stellar Blade 100% deserves that over Black Myth. As much as that one song in Black Myth Wukong was fire, but yeah. We have best main character of the year. We have James Sunderland from Silent Hill 2. We have Ichiban Kasuga from Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. And we have Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Who could win? Let's see who you voted for. Silent Hill 2. Shout out James. Shout out James from Silent Hill 2. Congratulations. I have not played this game, but I know a lot of the Silent Hill fans are very happy with this remake. I'm happy for them. They deserve some spotlight. Next up, best indie game of the year. This is massive. This is massive over here. We have Thank Goodness You're Here. We have Another Crab's Treasure. And we have Balatro. Who did you guys vote for? Of course, Another Crab's Treasure. Listen. Now listen to me. Calm down, everybody. Calm down. I know Balatro was huge. I know Balatro was like massive. I personally have not played it. I think Balatro deserves the Game of the Year nomination, 100%. This game deserves some spotlight. I feel like everybody just brushed over it and nobody really cares about it. It's such a good game. And I'm so glad chat voted for this. Best multiplayer of the year. Ooh, we got Helldivers 2, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and Sons of the Forest. Who did you guys vote for? I wonder. Was it ever a question? Of course it's Helldivers 2. If you guys voted for anything else, I would be yelling right now at you guys. Of course, because this game just freaking blew up like nothing else. The fact that this is not nominated for an actual Game of the Year is mind-boggling to me. Best multiplayer of the year goes to Helldivers 2. Arrowhead Studios. Claps all around. We have the best action game of the year. Action game of the year. Nominees are Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2, Black Myth of Wukong, and we have Stellar Blade. Who did you guys vote for? Black Myth Wukong. Listen, I love Black Myth Wukong. Love Black Myth Wukong. Space Marine 2 deserved it. I'm sorry. If we're gonna nominate Black Myth Wukong for so many awards and give it so many, especially Game of the Year, I feel like Space Marine 2 deserves some awards, and especially Action Game of the Year. That's just me, though. I do think that all three deserved. Yeah, I do think that. Best RPG of the year. Massive category again. This was one of the closest ones as far as all the votes and the percentages. This was the closest one. I think it was like 1 or 2 votes off. We have Dragon's Dogma 2. We have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Persona 3 Reload. Who wins? Of course. Final Fantasy VII. Had to be. Now, it was between this and Dragon's Dogma 2 for you guys. They were like neck and neck for like, I think a week until Final Fantasy VII finally won by 2 points. Moving on. We have a little break, chat. You need to stay hydrated, chat. So please, if you haven't hydrated yet, hydrate right now because I'm going to do that. Next award we have Best Fighting Game. This is a big category. We have Tekken 8, which was a massive game that came out. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics. Massive game. And Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Massive game. Let's see who won, shall we? Of course. Was it ever a doubt? I know y'all love Tekken 8, and I know Tekken 8 was massive, but I am sorry. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is just better. And you're gonna have to live with that for the next year. Next up, Best PlayStation Game of the Year. We had a really good lineup this year. Not as good as like the previous years, I would say that. However, we still got some very, very good games. Silent Hill 2, for example, massive remake. People have been waiting for that for so long. Helldivers 2, a banger that came out on left freaking field. And of course, Astrobot, massive game. People love Astrobot. Let's see who wins. Of course, there's only one right answer, and it's Astrobot. If you think anything else, play Astrobot, and then you'll understand. Next up, Best Xbox Game of the Year. Now, for Xbox, there wasn't that many actual massive exclusive that came out this year, but we still managed to get a top 3. We have Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, Stalker 2, and Hellblade 2. I've seen gameplay on all of them, and all look pretty cool. Let's see who won. Stalker 2, massive. I don't know much about the Stalker series. Stalker is how I met my wife, not the game though. Whoa!
Trying to get freaky or what?
Next up, Best Nintendo Game of the Year. We had a lot of Nintendo games that came out this year. The top 3 though is Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, Super Mario Party, The Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom. Let's see who won. You guys voted for it? The Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom. I have personally not played a single Nintendo game this year. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am too busy editing and playing so many other games that I didn't have time to play any Nintendo game this year. But I know a lot of you guys do play a lot of Nintendo games. So shout out to Legend of Zelda, even though I've never played a Legend of Zelda game in my life. Next up, Best Studio of the Year. This is also massive. A lot of the studios that were nominated put out a lot of good games. A lot. The top 3 though, Arrowhead Studio, Capcom, and 11-Bit Studios. Those are the top 3 that you guys voted for. Who wins, though? Capcom. Which, I'm surprised. Not super surprised, because they did come out with a lot of good games. However, I feel like Arrowhead Studios, maybe, I don't know. That's what I think. But hey, who am I? I am simply the host. I don't get a say in this. Good job, Capcom. Shout out Capcom. Hop in next year's sponsor list for the next year's Game Awards. Please hit me up. Thank you. Best OP stream game. Now, we've streamed a lot of games this year. A lot of them. And I think I put all games we streamed this year, so everybody can vote whichever ones they like. Now, I do have a favorite game that I did stream this year, and I will reveal it after the award has been given out. The top 3 that you guys have voted for is Black Myth Wukong streams, AC Odyssey streams, and Elden Ring DLC streams. My favorite is in the top 3. However, which one did you guys vote for? Let's see. The monkey sweeps again. The Black Myth Wukong streams. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I personally think the Elden Ring DLC streams were the best ones. I know a lot of people will be like, what? But AC Odyssey. Oh, wow. Black Myth Wukong. What? It was something about me playing Elden Ring again, considering it was the first game that I played on this channel and the game that literally got me where I'm at. To be able to play that again with you guys, insane. So many funny moments in those. I mean, all the streams have funny moments, but for me personally, those Elden Ring DLC streams were crazy. Even though there was only like, what, 4 or 5 streams, it wasn't that long, but definitely those. Let's move on. Most anticipated game of 2025. This is also crazy category. We have a lot of games in there. I had like 6 or 7 games in there for you guys to choose from, and you guys voted for the top 3. Ghost of Yotei, Assassin's Creed Shadows, and Grand Theft Auto 6. All 3 games that I will be playing next year. All 3 games that I am excited for. Some maybe more than others. However, which one did you guys vote for? That is the question of today. This surprised me, to say the least. I legit, when I saw the results, and I legit was like, what? I know this is a massive game, but I thought you guys would pick Ghost of Yotei, considering we all freaking love Ghost of Tsushima on this channel. This was out of left field. I did think GTA 6 will make it to the top 3. I'm not gonna lie to you. It won by a margin, by the way. Like, it won by a margin. Let's move on. I think we have one more. Ah! Of course! How could I forget? The worst game of 2024. Massive. Hey, massive category for this year. We had a lot of games this year that came out that would fit this wonderful category. And no surprise, of course, we have the top 3 games over here. Concord, lit game. Skull and Bones, another amazing game. And Suicide Squad, chef's kiss of games. And the Game Award goes to... Was it ever a freaking doubt? Congrats to Concord. Probably the only award you'll ever win. I'm sorry, that's kind of mean. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's the gaming community. They didn't really click with it. It's the gaming community. It's not your guys' fault. Can I get some W's for Concord, though? I forgot Skull and Bones even dropped. Same, bro. Same. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for this portion of the streams. I have a special presentation for you guys now. Chat, please. I want everybody to just sit tight and enjoy 8 minutes of craziness. Enjoy, chat.
Yo,
My bad.
my game of the year. Really tough choice. It has to be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, man. I haven't played a couple of other games that came out this year, but this game, the visuals, the story, the gameplay, it just came out with a PS5 Pro mode. It's called Versatility mode because this game has everything. It's versatile. I think it's called Versatility mode. Don't quote me on that. This is my game of the year, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Yo, what's good, guys? I'm CJ, and OP wanted me to choose my game of the year for 2024. It was really a choice between two different games that I've played this year, and that's Grand Blue Fantasy Relink and Another Crab's Treasure. But I ultimately had to go with the choice of Another Crab's Treasure. This game was a great time to not only play, but also platinum, and it's a dope evolution to the Souls-like formula due to the shells that you can use and how they implement it in combat. This game was one of the biggest surprises of 2024 for me, and if you haven't played it, yo, you should give it a shot.
My game of the year after playing so many bangers. What? Well, let's be honest, man. You can already tell, can't you? That's right. From out of nowhere, it's Silent Hill 2 Remake. So many great games, but I have to go for the underdog here, and that's Bloober Team. They had everything stacked against them, and they still pulled it off with a big-ass W. Thank you, Optimistic Daddy. Optimistic Human, for allowing me to be a part of this. Happy hunting.
I gotta give my game of the year choice to Black Myth Wukong. I mean, I just finished the platinum, and the story, the cinematography, and the ending, yo, that secret ending, don't even get me
Yo, my name is Joelums, and my default pick for Game of the Year was going to be Black Ops 6, but if DLCs can get nominated, then so can playtests. With my Game of the Year pick going to Deadlock, a game that's in a pretty rough spot right now, as matchmaking is just broken, but I've been pretty addicted to it for the last 3 months. I need help.
How's it going? I'm the son of Jazzy, and my Game of the Year, without question so far and easily, is Another Crab's Treasure. As somebody who's recently found out how much I like Soulsborne games, it was an absolute dream of a game. Funny, hilarious, the mechanics were great, the enemies were great, it was all flawless. And I mean, it would just be rude not to, wouldn't it? Cheers, Opti!
Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. I know it's a DLC, but the amount of new content, basically a whole new game. I mean, the map, the environments are top tier, even leading up to certain boss fights. Bale, Mesmer, the final boss, painful, but you know, it was still cool to overcome.
Hello, Optimistic Awards. Sandwiches here. My game of the year, like it has been every year, is quite obviously Peggle 2, because no other game in existence matches the craftsmanship and quality that that game provides. I've been told that free thinking is banned at this award show, so I'm going to pull a Jeff Keighley, and my actual game of the year is going to be Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. Just because that DLC was the most fun I've had playing a release this year. More Elden Ring is quite honestly always a good thing in terms of quality and content, and the length of it honestly provided me more enjoyment than a lot of full releases this year. So Shadow of the Erdtree is quite easily my alternate game of the year.
Hey OP, thanks for including me in your game awards. My game of the year is gonna have to go to Dragon Age The Veilguard. I know this game wasn't at the top of everyone's list, but I think it has a lot to offer for both newcomers and vets alike. The only thing I'd say is people should give it a try before they judge it too harshly based on what they read online. Thanks again.
Hey guys, Lewis with NC Project here. I've been asked for my game of the year 2024, and I'm pretty sure I've only played 2 new games this year. The first being Black Myth Wukong, which I did end up platinuming, which was a very difficult game, and the second being the new Dragon Age game, The Veilguard. After a long thought process, I've got to give it to Black Myth. The graphics, the quality, the gameplay, everything, the boss design, phenomenal. I think it took me a little over 70 hours to finish everything on the game, but as they're the only 2 brand new games I've played this year, it's got to be Black Myth.
JC from NC Project here, thanks for having me, Optimistic. And to answer your question, my game of the year is definitely Space Marine 2. I would like to say Sparking Zero, but it really let me down, to be honest. Space Marine 2 was just a fantastic game. Everything works, it's fun, it's solo, co-op, and PvP is great, and it just brings you back to having just raw fun with games back like where we used to in the PS3 360 era. And yeah, it's just amazing, and the price is great. It's cheaper than most AAA games. Everything about it is good. Got to keep it short and sweet, but thanks for having me. Have a good one.
Alright, so I have to be honest, I didn't play a lot of new games in 2024.
So many daddies.
Really play a lot of new games in general, if you haven't noticed my channel, but I have to say my favorite game for the year is easily Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2.
What up, bro?
I've been waiting for the game for 11, 13. I can't even remember. It's been so long. It's over a decade, which is too long. And it's pretty simple. It's 40k. It's badass. It looks incredible. And the third-person shooting is just good fun. Definitely my game of the year, no question about it. But again, didn't play a lot of games, so I'm interested to see what everyone else says.
First and foremost, I want to thank OP for giving me this opportunity. When he first hit me up about a collab, I was kind of hoping for something a little bit different that maybe involved baby oil or something. I don't know. My 2024 game of the year is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I just think it was really innovative. It had a lot of gameplay elements. I really enjoyed the part where you got to shoot at the glowing purple stuff, like a lot of glowing purple stuff. Yeah, it really honors the Justice League really well. All those characters, like the way they handled Batman, dude, God, what a send-off, right? My 2024 game of the year is actually Astrobot. It's an amazing game, man. I beat it. I platinumed it for fun. I didn't even make a video on it, which I've never done, actually. It's the only game I've ever platinumed for fun, if that tells you anything. It's really the only 2024 release that I've truly had fun with from beginning to end. No, I'm not finishing Wukong. And it was actually my son's first platinum trophy. So that was a pretty cool experience to have with him. So that game's probably always going to have a special place in my heart. A lot of great memories. Astrobot for Game of the Year campaign starts now. All right, OP, yeah, I'll hit you up about that baby oil later, okay?
What's up, guys? Rapid Reacts here. Huge shout out to my boy Optimistic Human for having me on. My game of the year, and equally the platinum trophy I'm most proud of this year, has to be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Rage-inducing challenges aside, this game was epic, and I can't wait to experience the finale.
Yo, what's up? So I actually haven't played any of the new games that have come out this year, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pick my most recent platinum, which is The Binding of Isaac Repentance. It's one of my all-time favorite games, by the way, so I might have it like number 1, maybe number 2, I don't know.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Nick. Can we please stop making this man play so many goddamn difficult games? Can he get a break for once? Bro went from Skate 3 to I Am Bread to Binding of Isaac, and now he's doing Jump King. Can y'all give this man a break? Anyways, I'm sorry, Nick.
The way everything synergizes with each other, sheer amount of content in the game, the endless replayability, everything about it, I love it. I'm addicted to it. I have to literally tell myself to stop playing it at times because I would just go on for the rest of the night and just not get any sleep. So that's my favorite.
What's good, Op? My game of the year is Astrobot, man. I didn't expect to enjoy the game as much as I did, but the gameplay was awesome, platinum was awesome, the references were great, and the soundtrack was awesome. Just there's only so much I can say in a 20-second clip, but just know that little robot cooked, man.
Hey everyone, I am Yami. Thank you, Optimistic, for giving me an opportunity to be in your video. So you asked me what is my favorite game of this year that I've played, and for me personally, that is Final Fantasy X. It's a game that has been released over 20 years ago. I'm currently playing it while making a video of it. Playing it brings back so much memories, and for me, this is definitely my game of the year.
Hello everyone, Satire here, and my game of the year has got to be Astrobot. I loved everything about this game, from the throwback characters like Jack and Daxter to the level design and music. Let's be honest, we all wanted more from Astro's Playroom, and I feel like this game definitely delivered on that. So Astrobot takes it for me.
Welcome back, chat. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Shout out to everybody in that freaking video. All the daddies, the goats, my goats. If you don't know any of the people you saw, please go check them out on YouTube. I am an even bigger fan of them than myself. You know what I mean? So please check out everybody. What a crossover, am I right? We still have one more award to give out, and that is, of course, the game of the year, the big boy. What did you guys vote for? Let's see. The top 3 that you guys voted for: Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Who won? Monkey sweeps again. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised at all. I would have voted the same thing. Shout out the monkey. Shout out Black Myth Wukong. Shout out Game Science. And shout out you guys. Well deserved. Well freaking deserved. I hope this actually happens at the other award show. That's pretty much all I got for you, chat. That's literally it. What an award show though, am I right? The first ever Optimistic Game Awards. Thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate everybody. Shout out to every YouTuber that was in that little video. I appreciate you guys as well. And yeah.